Okay, now let's take a look at the more advanced print dialog that you can get to by expanding the simple dialog. And there are a lot more features here, a lot more options here, and you can control just about everything about the printing from this dialog, which has changed in this version of Mac OS X. There's a lot more going on here. Over here you see the page images that will be printed. Now this itself is a PDF document, so already the document was paginated, and as I page through it I will see the various pages. I can see where, if I wanted to print the table of contents, I can see that it starts on page 5 and continues to page 7. So if I only want to print part of it, even though that image is small, I can come over here and select the pages that I want to print. Or I can print all of the pages, which in this case is 900. If you are printing a document that is not already paginated, not already prepared for printing, like a spreadsheet for example, paging through it will show you what's going to be printed, and you may want to go back and make other changes. One of the changes you may want to make is to change the orientation of the printing. You can select the various letter sizes and envelope sizes here. There's a wide variety of them, and you can create custom sizes. We'll come back and look at that in a little bit. If your printer supports it, you may also be able to do two-sided printing. In the case of multiple copies, you can choose whether they will be collated or whether, if you print, let's say, 5 copies, you get 5 copies of page 5, then 5 copies of page 6, and 5 copies of page 7. Or do you want 5 copies of 5, 6, and 7, then the second set of 5, 6, and 7? That's what the collated command will let you do. And you can scale the image here. There are a variety of ways of getting things that are bigger than a piece of paper to print on a piece of paper. One is by changing the orientation. That may do it. Another is by scaling it so that you make the image smaller so that it fits onto a piece of paper. Here is a pop-up menu where you can control what it is that's going to be happening as you actually print the document. And this has enough in it that we'll come back to it in the next section. The last set of options on this sheet are down here, and they involve, with these 3, scaling. The default is no automatic scaling here. You can also scale each page to fit the paper, which means enlarging or reducing it so that the page fits onto the piece of paper. You can also use this option which says don't worry about expanding images of pages, but only bring them down if they would not otherwise fit on the page. So between the scaling up here, changing the orientation, and these options, you can choose to, and you'll notice the image is changing here as I'm changing the options because it will show what will be printed. These various options down here let you adjust the scaling of the image, and now it's time to go look at this menu of options.